Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Let's Play That Never Dies, Final Fantasy XI. Today, I'm going to show off a sortie run with my sortie group, although it is actually missing one of its key members. He's got to work this weekend, so we've got to fill in. We typically do 7 boss runs, melee mode. We might not get it filling, but you know, it'll be a good time either way. You might hear other voices too, because I'm in a voice call. And I don't know exactly how much I'll be able to talk, but I don't know. And if it goes poorly, then I will just not upload it, so you'll be none the wiser. Also, you'll definitely hear me talk to people over comms. Roger, roger. Jessica Rabbit? Typically, what I... That's gonna be hard to talk while Guy is talking. Can you hear him? I guess I'll find out in post. Oh yeah, Roger Rabbit was definitely for adults. Yeah, typically I do the farmer procs. We do all 6 of them, so that the D-boss can't wipe our haste 2 away, or our other buffs. It'd be pretty annoying. Save our red mage some stress. You don't always see the skill chain happen because the Palmer, when they do actual player-driven weapon skills, it actually overwrites some animations. Some animations just won't play. Also killing the farmers in order, so that we get more small boxes from them. And I'm technically super tanking them. The neat thing about retaliation is that it'll damage the farmers and you get TP for it, but it won't cause them to go for your healer. And you won't have to maintain enmity on them unless you strike them, or act upon them in another way. For whatever reason, the game loves to try to have me retarget to the thief. I don't know why that is. He's the last one in the kill order, so it makes it extra annoying. skill chains. So now we gotta try to... We might have to do an extra farmer. But we'll see what happens. Sometimes I look out and the game is confused because as long as you do enough skill chains it doesn't care. Damn it. Yeah, it'll be okay though. The proccing can be tricky because you have to try to not kill them as you're doing it. Like if I was actually swapping into my weapon skill set, I would have killed these things in just a couple of thimble vendors. And the thief almost always, because it's the last one in the kill order, it almost always has like no HP left, so it's good to have weak weapon skills that do endless skill chains together like Herculean Slash. And we'll see if we have to do another farmer or not. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, brown chest is in there. I think we're good. Huzzah! Is he in the hallway on the way to the boss? We're on the way! Cool. You can get Grim Haloed occasionally. I don't think our routing is perfect, but we're all very chill, so like we're not aiming to be the best. Plus, I'm vanilla, and Tana and Animo are a vanilla dual box, so we kind of got like a little bit of a vanilla caboose action going on. That kind of slows us down. They still haven't given Ninja Jubaku knee, have they? Usually we're slightly faster than this, but some days we're slower due to DD or just due to like random things like disconnects. Typically we get here at the 51-minute mark and have it dead by the 49-minute mark, but every day in Sortie is slightly different. Murphy's Law applies. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. This is the D-Boss. A lot of people call him Deggy, but I call him Degay. And it's not ideal, but we pull him back to the door. Because none of us use anchor, because we are too cool for anchor. And fun fact, you can do his procs with ninjutsu. So, it's a good time. Oh, flash flood. I can't do Fimbu now because I'll heal him with distortion. That's okay. I've got the old weapon skill that is still good even though it's bad. Oh, I didn't Mice Strike today. Hey, I just, like, Ren was just like, you should, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I was supposed to Mice Strikes on Decay, because with cutting cards I get 2 uses in the run. It'd be better for us to do a setup where we did that for the Bard, but we don't do that because we're special. And basically our since we're only 7 boss, our 2 problem bosses, we fit them into 1 soul voice anyway. So it's just kind of like a weird, I don't know, like... There's optimizations we could try to make further, but we're too chill for that. Yeah, I just feel bad that I didn't Mice Strikes because Tana immediately cutting carded me right after, and I was just like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do a thing. You say that, but I feel like every time I go down, y'all are like a bunch of dominoes. At least 6. Yeah, we have to skill chain magic versus these skeletons because nobody did see earlier because of Tenahia being a dual box vanilla. We don't actually have as many people split up at the start as we possibly could. So we just do the procs here as a group, basically 2 at a time. And we get it done while we rebuff. And it's not as optimized as it could be, but it's still okay. It's still good. We get it done. We get Gallimaufry. In general, our best runs are about 46 to 47,000 Gallimaufry per run. But typically, if we actually get all 7 bosses, like on average, it's just over 45,000. Or just under 46,000. And then on runs where Murphy's Law steps in, sometimes we don't get our 7th boss. We only get like 36,000. Which is a little bit sad, because at the 46,000 mark, you're pushing the point where you're earning enough Gallimaufry that you're actually time limited by Necropsyches for your prime weapons. But, yeah, like, we're chill, you know. We want to do well, but we're, like, also trying not to burn out, so we're just kind of like, we'll optimize later when we feel like it. Send in the clowns. Isn't that a line from Lunar? I've lost track of the amount of times this guy has stolen my first weapon skill. Typically, it wouldn't be a good idea to use Fimble Vetter on him because he absorbs darkness, but usually there's enough other weapon skills going off that you can get away with it. I had been using Chango to make incidental light skill chains, but it just... the power differential between Upheaval and Fimble Vetter is such that the skill chain damage doesn't win out, sadly. But for the basement version of him, I probably will use Chango, just because the Red Mage will switch to using Black Halo, and at that point we have 2 skill chains that can happen that would heal it. If I just spam Fimble Vetter with Reckless Abandon. So, So my wife wants to take... What about a whole lot of skeletons? Yeah, I'm pretty sure skeletons are sight in here because they're weird. But I haven't tested it because we got things to do. Chocolate eat, crack smoke. Yeah, my wife's taking me to a rodeo tomorrow night. I've never been to one, so it'll be an experience, I guess. Oh, that sounds delicious. Give me that. I think my wife would kill for one of those, actually. Yay, one hand. Yeah, so this guy's actually like the 4th hardest boss in Sortie for melee mode. Like, he's firmly behind his basement counterpart and Ayata, as well as the G boss. But I think he's actually harder than E boss for melee, because he can suck all your buffs off. And get quite deadly. We gotta get revenge today, guys. Rocks. You'll love to see him. I lower his accumulated DT. Yeah, I didn't realize you were silenced yesterday, and I was like watching my health go down, and I was just like, I should probably use a vial elixir, and then he crit me for 770 while I was at like 600, and I was like, oh, okay then, I'm dead. I don't think so, not unless you guys killed Pig. Because I think Basso just... Basso, you didn't sneak in a leech kill, did you? Y'all took a left when you should have taken a right.
I'm over here, like, scrolling Reddit. Problem was that I turned the wrong way. I didn't turn early enough.
As you can see, our healer is named Basic Hume, but he's a Taru now. He decided randomly to become a Taru, and I don't know why. Now his name doesn't make any sense. It drives me nuts. But I think he's the best healer I've encountered in 11 since I came back to the game. We need to get him a Yag Rush. He doesn't have one yet, but he's so good he practically doesn't need it. Hey boss, we don't even coordinate anything, it's just get more savage. Don't make distortion or reverb or darkness. And now we go to the E basement. Hope the audio for this isn't garbled. I also hope that we get 7 bosses in today. Our fill-in is Basso Phil, and he's a doctor in real life, and so he's not been able to get a full-time group of his own. But we've been very grateful to have him as a fill-in because he's a really good player. He's not quite as potent as our normal red mage, but he is pretty up there, so really like having him along. He also comes on white mage sometimes to fill in for basic. And we have killed all 7 bosses with him before. It's just the 7th boss is Aita for us, and he's kind of a bitch. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Melee mode, it's crucial to kill the Botulus to get the medal for the E-boss, which just means weapon skill from behind. And I don't know why my leg sleep that go off. Strange. There we go. Got a stun, slimy proposal, otherwise you can charm your whole party. I mean, actually if you charm your whole party it'll be okay. But if you get a partial charm, you can have people die. I often confuse his casting for his TP moves, even though they look very different. You can also interrupt him by sleeping him. Sleep will interrupt him. We got it. Reminds me of Jabba the Hutt. And now for this boss, I go back to Great Axe for Armor Break, but then I'm going to use Pole Arm for the weapon skill wall. If you could, if the basement didn't have the weapon skill wall, everyone could just use Savage Blade. But every time the same weapon skill gets used, the next instance of that same weapon skill will do 10% less damage. So after about 8 Savage Blades, you would have all your Savage Blades would be doing under 5,000 damage, and it wouldn't be worth doing. So you have to break it up. You have to have, like, the most you can afford is like your Bard and your Corsair doing Savage Blade. Everybody else needs to do something different. And for us, we have our Geomancer use Judgment, and they get AM3 for Idris with Exudation. And then the Red Mage will use Black Halo with Maxentius. And Maxentius, Black Halos on Red Mage are actually really, really good, because Red Mage can get over 36% triple attack with just Temper 2. And Red Mage is really strong. Now those Luas will be the death of y'all.
Wow.
Return to vanilla. And basically for this boss, as long as you've got the E-Metal and your white mage is using Divine Caress with Divine Caress set, it prevents the next like 6 poisons. So you can just, if you kill it fast enough, you'll never get poisoned again. And if you can't be poisoned, then nothing else matters, because that's the boss's whole gimmick. The clobbering wave there, even if it puts up its puddles that it will eventually get up here, as long as I'm not poisoned, the magic defense down from this puddle doesn't matter. Clobbering wave's damage only increases if you're poisoned. Our kill speed isn't the best because about half our group just refuses to RP their Nyame. Even the ones who have access to more Nyame. Don't ask me why, but our lot in life. But we're all still really good players, so it's just one of those things. Whenever we decide to push up to actually try to get to 8 boss, we might, you know, that might be the difference, is the kill speed add-ups. But I'm also thinking that at some point I'm going to have to talk to my brother who plays Tanahiga and Animo Helix and convince him to not dual box, or to get some of those programs that help dual boxers move faster, because he's our caboose, and I love him a much, and he never misses Sortie, he never misses, and it's super great having somebody who can run 2 crucial jobs, but it is a hang-up. Like we need 6 actual players instead of 5 if we want to push up. But I'm lazy and also chill, so I don't know if I want to talk to him about it. And basically, we just have our bard sleep all of them, and then Tana will come up and light shot one of them and reapply bolters to the bard after they get out of there. And at this point, we generally go and wrap up the minis. If we don't have a lot of time left, Like if we're down, say, like 15 minutes or less, we won't bother with the minis, we'll just go straight to G. But we do like to get the minis in because altogether they're worth, even if you don't get all of their red chests, they're still worth like 3,500 total. I'm grabbing the boot. On this far into the run, the minis will always be in the same, they're like endpoint of the rooms, as long as you entered into their region beforehand. So we always know exactly where they are, but we don't get their red chests because, you know, obviously we went into C like first thing earlier in our life here. So. I hate when my inputs get even. It drives me insane. It doesn't happen nearly as much these days because I switched from using a PlayStation 4 controller, which has driver compatibility issues. But man, it's still annoying. Okay, the boot's dead. We're killing a course at the thingy. Y'all need any help with the pig? We could technically kill the boot again and get its red chest for that materialize that I just did, but it's actually just for the extra chest on the way down to G. Because the boot's respawn isn't guaranteed to be close, like it is right now. You really, once you start progressing towards like 7 or 8 boss, you really gotta start giving up the little chests so that you make sure you have enough time for your bosses, because your bosses are always gonna be worth more total. Yeah, especially the basement bosses, right? Like there's nothing in all of Sortie that's worth more than a basement boss other than Ammonon. And obviously to access Ammonon you had to have killed all of the basement bosses anyway in a previous run, or the same run. So it's kind of just like, that's what you need to focus on. Although I have heard that you can do like blue cleaving on just trash in the basement or something, and if you cleave for the whole hour of Sortie on basement trash, like going around to each basement, rounding everything up, killing everything, you can make over 45,000 Gallimaufry that way. But obviously that's like a little bit, you know, like you need 6 master level moves. It's kind of like, eh. It's like an RMT sort of thing. And we kill the Naraka because we like to be able to remove the haunted effect from G-Boss, since we don't have a dancer to overpower the movement speed down with Chocobo Jig 2. And you don't gotta do anything fancy with the Naraka, you just have to kill it to get the box. It's not like the Botulus. But it is kind of annoying to fight. You can see it put weakness on us. It stripped a few of our buffs off. It's still alive, obviously. And if you see that buff in my buff list, the like gray bottle with a red X to it, that's muddle. And so I can't use items including silent oils for like another 20 seconds. And that can be a real hang up if he does it like right as he's dying. So. But my white mage is really good at noticing it. I love basic. He is amazing. I love you, basic. I didn't even have to ask for sneak or invis, he just did it for me while I was muddled by the damn Naraka. We're kind of starting to get low on time, but it shouldn't be too bad. Like once we buff, we'll kill it. We'll kill this guy in less than 3 minutes. Then it'll be about a 4-minute run to get over to H. Alright, so if we get to the boss here within the next minute, buff up. Like, let's say we engage by 11-minute mark. We'll have him dead by the 9-minute mark. And then we should be able to engage H by like the 5 or 4-minute mark. And H has to be a 3-minute fight anyway, so we should have enough time. But we might not win. And we'll see. And generally, where's it hard? Generally, Bluewind will soul voice right here. So we'll have soul voice buffs, and speak of the devil, for this boss and for H boss. Because this boss doesn't dispel any of your buffs, so it's pretty handy. The Madrigal there is actually for Aita. Homeboy did crooked cards, but I don't know why he's not doing his roll. Did he crash? Good stuff. Now he's got a knockback, and I like to get him against the wall, but my party members never let me actually pull him to the wall anymore, so I just sort of turn him towards the wall and hope for the best. And we used to use all of our SPs for this guy, because he used to be like our big challenge for the day when we were 4 boss. They went from being like 3 boss, 4 boss, pretty quickly up to 5 and 6 boss. And then once our friend Renase joined the group, we got up to 7 boss pretty quickly. my TP before this amnesia wears, you son of a bitch. Excellent. Good stuff. Now, something rather frustrating about this guy is the paralysis from the fetters that he drops cannot be removed. So you have to watch out for that. And it can eat like the bolters or your items or your spell use. It's pretty annoying. And now we're on the way to H. Was it in Vamps? Okay, but it's gotta be made out of solid gold. It's always down to the wire like this for us, for H. Like, he's our last boss. We would really have to do some more optimizations and get more Nyame to do 8 boss. Or more Nyame RP, rather. Like, obviously I can't run a parser because I'm vanilla, but usually Renasi runs the parser for us. And the breakdown is generally that me and Renasi do most of the damage, and everybody else is kind of like just below 1,000,000, or like just right around like 700,000 damage for total for the run, which isn't terrible, but like me and Renasi are like borderline 3 million. So like what we really need to happen is we need people to RP their Nyame, so that, you know, we can see our bards and our Geo and our core do over 1,000,000 damage. And that way we would actually have kill speeds commensurate with an 8 boss run. We haven't even tried Gartel yet, because he's supposed to be super bad for melee, and I believe it, because like I said earlier, Lishan is like the 4th hardest boss for melee, and it's a ground floor boss, so like, I don't know, just also, as you can see in the party chat, we like to get alliterative with our stuff. Well, let's make sure to win, and then we can walk out victors. The kind of cool thing about this part of the run is that we reach a point where all we need is core rolls now. And for here, since I use Greatsword, we have our Bard to do Shell Crusher to try to lower his defense. But I'm not actually sure if Shell Crusher or Armor Break actually land on Ayata. But we like the placebo effect. We've got our Samurai roll and our crooked lucky cast from earlier still, so we're good to go. And the thing about this guy is he gets kind of tricky. On the pull, just like G, but a little bit worse because he has guaranteed knockback. So what I like to do is I like to run for this wall and hope to get pushed into the wall by his first little bit there. And it's a good old-fashioned Zerg, and we gotta spam Panaceias and hope that he does. Oh shit. Hope that he does stuff that I don't heal him for. Gotta alternate to resolution when the wrong stuff is getting done. I prefer for him to do Fulminous Smash or Flaming Kick, but obviously he doesn't always cooperate. That was a Flaming Kick. And you want a Panacea because his fetters, they put a choke, drown, burn effect on you that reduces your associated stat by 99%. Or just to 1 basically. So you gotta watch out for that. And we basically just let him knock us out of his own fetters. Use a lot of Panaceias. Melee mode is expensive. And down he goes. Huzzah. Let's just toast with another Panacea. I think nobody died today. That was a first. I gotta go see if we can get the box. They're probably not gonna get the box. Rodent bolters. Yeah, that's basically our run. That's our 7 boss runs. Sometimes we have enough time left over to come out here and get the H basement box and kill a few farmers out here or something. Yeah, that's our Sortie run. And we'll improve it someday. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day.